Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for January 10th through the 16th. Happiest of birthdays to the Cappies having a birthday this week. Now, you might stumble across this video outside of the time frame I mentioned. Don't you worry your pretty little head. You found it when you were meant to find it, when it was time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the Capricorn collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't. You might need a private reading, but we're going to connect here and we're going to see what is coming up here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I feel like we need one more good shuffle here. I don't have like a set amount of times that I shuffle. I just shuffle until the cards feel right, until the cards feel ready. So sometimes it might take a little while. First card coming up here for Capricorn is the Page of Cups. So I know a lot of people, I'm going to move you just a little bit closer here. I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot for love and romance. And I know that traditionally speaking, Page of Cups, or just the court cards in general, the court cards are going to be seen as another person coming into a situation or an aspect of ourselves. Now, that being said, in the weekly readings, the weekly forecasts, I don't focus on love and romance because I want to focus on you. I don't have anything against love. I do a love reading once a month, and I link it in the description of the video. If you want to check out the January love readings, feel free to do so. But I want to focus on you, and I want this reading to be about you. Page of Cups can indicate that some of you might be dealing with or having dealings with someone who's going to be significant for you, whether it's in friendship, business, awakening, healing, who may be a water sign, specifically maybe somebody younger than you or someone who has a very youthful or childlike spirit. So water sign is going to be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. It can be an aspect of yourself, right? If you have a water sign placement, that part of you might be kind of your focus, or that area of your life might be your focus right now. But for me in my readings, the Page of Cups has a really important message, okay? Page of Cups comes up for me in my readings when Spirit is saying that play is very important for you right now. Like if you're focusing on your healing and you're wondering like how you're going to get over certain things or how you're going to heal or clear certain blocks, play is going to be a big part of it, right? We get really, those of you who are on like this spiritual journey, a lot of you maybe have been doing shadow work or, you know, stuff like this. And it's important. Don't get me wrong, right? We need to do that deep, you know, digging. We need to do those heavy releases, but play is equally as important. Play is the recovery, right? And it's a way that we can heal in a gentle way, in a pleasant way. So try to make time this, not just this week, but in the coming weeks, to do things that you enjoy doing, to do things in which you're having fun. I feel some of you are really focused on relationships right now, and I don't mean relationships simply in the terms of romance, although that can be an aspect for some of you. Maybe like you're trying to get closer with family, or you're trying to have a healthier relationship with your siblings, or you want your coworkers to like you, or you want to get closer with them. I feel for some reason, Capricorn, you're more aware of other people and you're wanting to establish meaningful connections and friendships, and this can also include love life for some of you. And for some of you, the people that you're dealing with, it's coming off like a little bit of like they feel like they're on a job interview, or they feel like you're asking them a lot of questions, or they feel like the conversation is very rigid, and so maybe they're not really opening up, and you're like, I don't think this person likes me very much, or I'm trying to get to know them, and I'm asking all these questions, and they're not asking me anything at all. And it's that in this situation, or the people that you're dealing with, being more playful, doing things together that you both enjoy is gonna allow that getting to know process happen a lot more naturally, or that reconciliation process or bonding to happen much more naturally. Like you're having a good time, you're enjoying the time, you're doing things that are mutually enjoyable. And this is helping for the wall to come down, right? For the wall to come down, and for this person to let you in, and for this person to tell you more about themselves, and to get to know more about you. So those of you who are seeking like bonding, connections, play is also going to be a big aspect of how to get that ball rolling, so to speak. One more thing and we'll move on to the other cards. Page of Cups also comes up for me in my readings when your heart chakra is opening up. Okay? And so when your heart chakra is opening up, a lot of the times this happens before a time of receiving what we're trying to manifest. Like we're about to receive from the universe. We're about to see blessings and gifts coming in, opportunities coming in, successes coming in. So the heart chakra begins to open up in preparation to receive. But the other side of that is, as your heart chakra is opening up, you might become very emotional. You might have old feelings or old things coming to the surface. And it's like you're going to have to give yourself permission to process that, to let out those feelings, to write out those waves of emotions. And as I said, make time for play, make time for pleasant things in your life. And, you might be tempted when this heart opens up to shut back down again. But Spirit is saying, try to find a lighthearted energy, try to play, try to have fun, go easy on yourself, rest, take breaks. But whatever you do, avoid the temptation to shut down again. Because if you do, you're going to block yourself from receiving. And you don't want to block yourself from receiving. Okay? You may be feeling overwhelmed emotionally. You might feel like things are making you cry a lot more easier. And it might feel very uncomfortable. It might even feel like, man, what's wrong with me? Why am I so emotional? It's not going to stay like this forever. This is just a part of the heart chakra opening up. I'm telling you, like I can tell you from my own experience, in different stages in my life, in different stages of my heart opening up, I've found myself crying over very silly things. One time I was at Target and I started crying because it was around Halloween and I saw all the pumpkins in the bin. And I was like, these poor pumpkins, like they're just gonna get cut up. And I just started crying because this pumpkin is gonna be a jack-o'-lantern, and like that's it, and it's gonna get thrown away. And I don't know why, but in that moment it made me cry. I'm not that sensitive anymore. I can see pumpkins, I can see jack-o'-lanterns, it doesn't bother me. But you might find yourself crying over things that wouldn't normally make you cry. You might hear songs and get emotional. You might see things on TV and get emotional. Just write it out. This is a part of the heart opening up. Nothing is wrong with you. You don't have to be worried. It's a part of your process of opening up to receive. One more thing, and I swear I'll move on to the next card. I am also getting a feeling, in a sense, that some of you Capricorns are feeling super overwhelmed with memories of childhood and like very sentimental moments, and maybe like you're feeling like you're wanting to establish that feeling in the present time with your family now as everybody as adults. Couple of things. I'm not saying you didn't have a good family, but Spirit is saying that you might be romanticizing the memories a little bit more. You might be remembering it better than it actually was. And secondly, Spirit is saying, in terms of bonding and having that kind of connection, remember the first message about the playfulness and doing mutually enjoyable things together, or discussing mutually enjoyable topics together, and keeping things light and letting that bond happen naturally over time. Okay, so the next card coming up here for you guys is the Sun. Now, this is a major arcana card, and the major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we are at a significant new chapter in our life. And a lot of the times, the major arcana cards are going to come up when the situations that we're dealing with, the questions that we're asking, it's directly connected to what we came here to experience, what we came here to learn, how we came here to grow, okay? So it's really powerful time. It's a time of changes. It's a time of new beginnings. It's a time of accomplishments and breakthroughs. And any time that we're at this kind of a threshold, our angels and guides are always with us. They're helping us through that process. So know and be aware that if you find yourself getting overwhelmed with your heart chakra opening up and the intensity of your feelings, your angels and guides are there to help you with that. So you can definitely call on them and ask for their help in these changes that you're going through. Now, the Sun is very positive. It's very pleasant. It's very happy. Okay, there can be a Leo influence here because it's the Sun card. The Strength card and the Sun card are both associated with Leo. So if you have a Leo placement, there can be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life or in those houses. And you might be seeing progress and positive change and growth in those areas if you have a Leo placement. Some of you can be dealing with a Leo person. However, going deeper, the Sun card is about happiness. It's about freedom. It's about travel. It's about success, being seen, being known, and going with the theme of relationships, right? As I said, I don't feel it's all going to be romantic, but I do feel some of you maybe have felt a little bit lonely, or you're thinking, you know, what really matters in life. We just came out of the holiday season. Some people are already freaking out about Valentine's Day. You know, you might be thinking about like what matters at the end of the day. Right? I've been working on myself. I've been working on my career, but I want to have people to enjoy life with. I want my soul tribe. I want my soul family. I want to have best friends. I want to have family. And the Sun card is happy relationships. It is a card of true love. Okay. Some of you maybe are telling yourself you shouldn't care about love, or love is stupid and you should focus on other things. But sometimes the Sun card comes up to tell me that one of the things you came here to learn in this lifetime is real love. So don't feel like it's a weakness. Don't feel silly about it. Don't feel like, oh, I'm being weak or I'm being pathetic and I shouldn't think about that. No, it's one of the experiences that you came here to have. But going a little bit deeper here, though the Sun card is happiness and these happy relationships, for me, a lot of the times I see the Sun card come up when Spirit is emphasizing a true happiness, a true unconditional love and support. For me, the Sun card is a card that says that you are loved and accepted for who you are, how you are, without anybody trying to change you. And you feeling the same for somebody else. So the Sun card for me is the opposite of codependent relationships. So as your heart chakra is opening up and you're coming into this time of receiving blessings, you're also establishing connections, friendships, relationships with people who are in your life for the right reasons, not because of the blessings that you're about to receive, and people who allow you to be who you are. They're not going to be jealous or competitive with you when you shine or when you have success. They're not going to see their interactions with you as a competition. And they're not going to try to hide you from the rest of the world or to be possessive over you. When the Sun card comes up, this is just 100% trust. Just 100% trust, 100% freedom, 100% support, 100% genuine connection. And so the Sun card tells us of happier times, right? Happier times coming in. The next card that's coming up here for you is the Magician. Now we have major arcana cards coming in back to back. So for me in my readings, when major arcana cards are coming in back to back, it tells me really, really big changes in a short period of time. Okay, now I kind of had a feeling your next card was also going to be major arcana, because I have the Page of Cups here and the Sun card here and the Magician card here. I've got two major arcana cards following the Page of Cups, and something told me, I have a feeling that the next card is also going to be major arcana, and that's super significant for me, so you have to forgive me. I cheated. I just peeked right now, and it is. This is very significant for me. To have three major arcana cards coming in back to back, and your foundation here is this Page of Cups and this opening energy, Capricorn, you are coming into a massive shift. In the coming week, you're going to experience a massive, massive shift. It's like this part of you is unlocking. And you know what's really interesting? I was just having a conversation with someone before I started recording your video about Akashic Records. There's another reader that I know, and they're like, what is this Akashic Records thing? It sounds like a scam. Now, I'm not like married to the idea of Akashic Records. I think it's a cool concept, and I think that every belief maybe might have a different word for what it is. But I feel, Capricorn, that this shift is you tapping into your own Akashic Records, or whatever you want to call it. So Akashic Records is the belief that we, each of us, have like this little black box, like a plane, right? The planes have a black box that record everything that's happening on the trip. And so Akashic Records is the belief that each of us has this recording, this little black box inside of our soul, inside of our heart, that has recorded everything that has happened from the moment that our soul came into existence, and from our first reincarnation all through all of our experiences up until now, where we all of a sudden tap into this and we understand who we are, why we're here, what our purpose is. Like everything all of a sudden makes sense. So I feel in this massive shift that the Capricorn collective is going to be experiencing in the coming week, I feel like a lot of you are tapping into your very soul, your very heart center, like you're discovering yourself. This is who I am. This is what I feel pulled to do. This is the calling that I feel for myself. And this is what I want out of life. And maybe up until now, Capricorn, you've been chasing the things you thought you were supposed to want. You were chasing the things that you were told makes you successful or cool, or you were told this is what's going to make you happy. No, Capricorn, you're figuring out what's going to make you happy. And it's going to be very clear to you. Very, very clear to you. I feel like you're having this awakening, and you're really, really, really understanding who you are, what you want, where you're headed, what you feel called to do. It just feels to me like this really powerful awakening that you're going to have within yourself. Now, the Magician card can indicate some of you might be dealing with a Gemini. Again, if you have a Gemini placement, there can be big shifts or big changes happening for you in those areas of your life. Okay? Big shifts, big changes in those houses. The Magician card is a card of manifesting. It's a card in which we're beginning to see the things that we've been putting out there actually materialize. You might be having a lot of coincidences and things just happening to fall into place. Like, oh, I was just saying that I was looking for someone to help me redecorate my house, and I just came across someone that just said that they've been working with an amazing redecorator. And, you know, I'm just giving an example. I'm just throwing something out there, right? Or, oh man, I've been looking for office space and I just came across something that's going to be really, really, really affordable. Is it really convenient? Whatever it might be, right? Or, oh man, I've been wanting to get in my foot in the door around you know, a career change, and I just came across someone that says, you know, that's doing what I'm interested in doing, and they said they have openings and they're gonna try to get me in, right? I feel like there's a time of coincidences that you're coming into here with the Magician card. Things are aligning. I feel like you're coming into a massive shift in which things are finally aligning. Where, you know, Capricorn, you guys went through a really rough period with Saturn, and I'm not a Capricorn, but all my siblings are Capricorns, and I'm a Scorpio. You guys went through what we Scorpios went through with Saturn. We came out of it a little bit earlier than you guys did, but you're finally out of it. It was this period of time, a good 10 to 12 years, where it was constantly like everything in life was working against you. Almost like it was comical. Like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Like every distraction, every disaster that can occur, every inconvenience that can occur, every obstacle was constantly coming up. So for a lot of Capricorns, a very long time for you, everything has felt like you're swimming against the current. You're swimming against the flow, right? Like it's a fight. You're trying to move forward and everything is pushing you back. You guys have come out of that cycle. And I feel in this shift and things are aligning, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm for the first time in a long time, maybe for some of you, first time ever, experiencing what it means to be in the flow. Experiencing things just lining up, things happening almost effortlessly. Instead of the struggle, instead of everything constantly being upstream. Now the Fool card is coming up here. And as you're coming into this time of alignment, and as you're coming into this realization, forgive the background noise, I have a very interesting contraption as a heater, and you're hearing that kick on. It's very cold where I am. But the Fool card is telling me that as things are aligning, you have this excitement, like you want to go for it, you just want to jump, you just want to leap, like, yes, like I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that. And the Fool card says you will be successful. It's a major arcana card. You're being guided to take this leap. It might not make any sense to the people around you. They might be like, what in the heck are you thinking, Capricorn? Like why in the world would you be wanting to do that? So you may be going in a direction that is taking a lot of other people in your life by surprise, or they might even say, I don't know, I can't see you doing that. Well, guess what? You are who you say you are. You're not who they say you are. The Fool card is giving you confirmation that you're being led to do this. You're being guided to do this, to make the shift, to take this leap of faith. But the Fool card is also saying, be logical when taking the leap. Look before you leap. You don't want to just go and jump and land on your head. You want to do it in a planned way so that you set yourself up for success. Don't get so excited and so overly optimistic that you do things that abandon all logic or reason, right? Make sure you have your safety net in place. Make sure you have a plan in place. And then leap. Leap in an organized way. Okay? Don't just be like, well, I'm just going to hope for the best and be positive and it's all going to work out. It doesn't work out that way. It doesn't work out that way. We need to be positive. We need to hope for the best. We need to be positive, but we also need to bring in our thought process, our logic. You know, God gave you a brain for a reason, and we need to bring the brain and the heart together. When we can bring the brain and the heart together, we are able to reach our dreams. We're able to succeed. Okay, so as you're following your heart, don't forget your brain. So that's what the Fool card is saying. But this is a massive shift. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Sometimes your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more for you than your sun sign. You might need a private reading with me, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. You can also check out the love and romance readings for January that are linked in the description of this video. And you can check out the 2022 12-month forecasts that I did for all the zodiac signs. Those are linked in the description as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. Again, happy birthday to you Cappies that were born this week, and a happy new year. Take care.